Hello, it's Ash and welcome back to my channel. Now this video is, if I was a beginner runner, I would do this. I've been asked quite a few times in the comments and I've been having direct messages on Instagram, people asking me, can you do a video about beginner runners, how we can work through the mental challenges, how we can create a routine, and this is going to be the perfect video for that. It's going to give you, if I was going to start out running today, this is what I would do. So my running journey has been an on-off affair throughout my life. I've run as a schoolboy. I used to run and in competitions. I used to run right throughout school. I was quite an athletic child as well, and then I had a period of unhealthy kind of party lifestyle where I neglected running. Then I came back into running. I ran for a few years but then got injured, and then went and left running again and came back again and then got injured, and then I left it, and then I started doing my health and fitness qualifications that I've done, and then became a running coach, and ultimately I got back into running, and I've been running for pretty consistently now for a good almost decade. So this is going to be some tips that I've learned if I was starting out today, what I would do, and this is how I would create a healthy running routine. And why are these tips important? Well, these tips are important because we can avoid injuries, and we can avoid the lack of motivation and the stress and the anxiety that we then create around our running routine, which sees so many beginner runners just put running to the back and just neglect their running and then lose their running habit. So this is how you can create a healthy, sustainable running habit and avoid injuries. So my number one tip would be to start slow and gradual. Create a routine that is considerate and kind to your body, because one of the most common things that runners do is they do too much too soon, and they feel as if they are okay, and then all of a sudden after 3 or 4 weeks they have an overuse injury because they have gone from doing very little running to a lot of running, and they have all of a sudden their body is going, no, stop, I don't want to do that anymore. So if we slowly and gradually build up our body's tolerance for running, then obviously we are being kind to our body, and we are saying, look, I'm going to start demanding a little bit more of you now. So those muscles and those tendons that are not used to running, I'm going to start using you a little bit more. So you need to get stronger. So you need to start and adapt to the running routine that I'm going to put through you, on the demands that I'm going to put through my body. So the great way to gradually progress your running routine is to start with the walk run method. Now you can do, for example, you can do an interval of a 1 minute walk interval with a 1 minute run, or you can do a 2 minute run followed by a 1 minute walk. There's many different ways and lots of different ideas you can do around the walk run method, but do intervals of the walk run. This helps build endurance in your cardiovascular system, but also, as I've mentioned, it helps the body adapt slowly and progressively those muscles and those tendons to the new demands that you are putting through your body. So slow and gradual progress to start. So number 2 would be to make sure that from an early stage, as you begin, focus on your form. Now this is something that when I was running, before I became a coach, when I had two periods of running where I would get into running for 2 to 3 years, and then I would focus on trying to do a half marathon or some kind of event, and I would get injured regularly. Now that was because I was completely unaware that you could actually change and improve your running form. So I would say from the outset, I would start by focusing on good form and good habits with your running form. So making sure you've got that nice tall posture, making sure you've got a nice relaxed arm swing, making sure you're keeping your head up and you're looking forwards where you're running, making sure that you're not imbalancing your body by holding your phone in one arm or constantly looking at your watch or whatever that may be. And I would always try to avoid listening to music and podcasts. I know it can be a great motivator, but it distracts you from actually listening to what's going on in your body, making sure that you've got the right foot contact so you're not heavy heel striking, which is going to cause a lot of issues in the ankles, the knees and the lower back. So focus on good form, learn about what is good running form and try and bring these into your running as you start out as a beginner. That's going to help you avoid injuries that are really common, that are easily avoided as well. Number 3 would be to build a running schedule. Now make sure you set out from the beginning and say, these are the days that I'm going to run. I'm going to get up, or whenever you are, I'm going to finish work. Whenever it is at the part of the day that you are allocating for your run. Set yourself, if you can, at least 3 times a week. So you might run on a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Sunday, for example. That might not work for you. It might be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Whatever your running schedule is, set it from the beginning and say, these are the days that I'm going to run. These are non-negotiable. I'm going to try everything, even if my work is busy, even if my life is busy, my whole life, whatever it may be, I'm going to try and fit in a run on those 3 days. So I would always suggest, if you can, starting with 3 days. If 4 feels okay, then add 4 in, maybe a little bit later, maybe 2 months down the line, but start with 3 days. Be consistent to create that habit. Say, these are the days that I'm going to run, and it's almost non-negotiable that I'm not going to run on those, that I'm going to miss a run on those days. You have to sort of set that, and even if you're feeling a little bit like, now I'm lacking motivation, lacking energy today, you have to be consistent. Start to create that habit and know that those are your running days, and your body, your brain will start to get into that habit as you create that and repeat that more often. So set a running schedule from the outset. So number 4 will be to incorporate strength training and stretching regularly into your running routine. Now I would suggest, if you can, of doing at least 2 20-minute or 20 to 40-minute strength sessions per week. Ideally one of them on a non-running day, and then if you're running 3 times a week, making sure that you're getting at least a post-run stretch after each stretch and trying to warm up again dynamically before each stretch. All of those videos I have on my channel to help you with that. We are going to avoid injuries if you are consistently stretching and keeping your body supple, your joints and your muscles supple, because if your body's really tight, I've got a lot of running clients that are very, very tight. I had a client this morning that had a really tight left Achilles and calf area. Now he's starting to feel that niggle, so we've set a program where we're going to start to work on his flexibility on that left calf area, to try and that left calf and Achilles area to balance it out with the right side. He sort of neglected his stretching a little bit, and now he's almost on the verge of pain with an injury. So we're going to try and avoid that injury by getting onto it now. So if you can, as a beginner, if you can start out with strength training, which is going to make your muscles stronger, your muscles are going to be able to take a greater demand from each and every step, which again means if muscles are stronger, they're not going to get overloaded. Overloaded muscles are going to get injured. So you can avoid injuries by strength training and also by stretching, by keeping your body healthy and supple and as balanced as possible, really, because we all have imbalances and we need to create lots of balance in our range of motion. So start a strength and stretching routine from the beginning. Number 5 would be to stay hydrated and eat right. Now, it's really important that we fuel our body from the inside out as efficiently as we can. Our body is a complex organism, and it's made up of almost 70% water. So every reaction in our body is taking place in water. If we're lacking in hydration, we are going to end up suffering from dehydration, which then we can get headaches and we can get more cramps and things like that. And also our body just doesn't function as well as we could. So it's almost like lubricating your body from the inside out if we are hydrated. And then the nutrition is going to give us the energy and the building blocks. So it gives us the energy to perform and move the body, and particularly an intensive rate of movement as when we start running. But also then after running, it helps build up the muscles and the tendons, as I've mentioned. It helps rebuild them and grow your body stronger. So optimum hydration and nutrition is absolutely essential. And if your diet at the moment is a little bit off, you know that you can have a look and you think, yeah, I could improve on my hydration, I could improve on my nutrition. I would have a look into that, and again, maybe get some help from a professional with that, or maybe again just do your research and look at best and optimal ways to improve your nutrition. Number 6 would be to listen to your body. I talk about this a lot. If you follow my videos, I try to encourage people to learn and understand and get into the habit of listening. What's going on at this side of the body? Well, how does that stretch feel? What are the after effects of this sensation? We can take that into our running. As you're running, listen to your body. Does it feel extra heavy today? Do my leg muscles feel achy? Is my calf muscle starting to tweak a little bit? Do I feel like a little pinch is coming on, or potential pull? It's really important, and this is why I discourage listening to music and podcasts. It's really important, if you can, listen to your body and learn and understanding. And if you might notice that you're carrying a lot of stress and tension in your jaw or your shoulders, just simply relaxing that would help you use less energy and carry that with you around as you run. So learn and get into the habit of regularly listening to your body, and that is a crucial part of avoiding injuries, because again, you might notice that actually I'm maybe a little bit overtrained. My heart rate's getting a bit higher, a bit too quick really, so feeling like this is, I'm about out of breath quicker. So learn and understand where your kind of default your body feel is, and then learn where actually this doesn't feel right for me, or something feels a little bit out. I'm getting a little bit of a red flag here. Really important to avoid injuries and improve, again, optimal performance. So number 7 would be to join a running group, or find a buddy, a friend that will run with you regularly. That gives you that accountability. So if you set that new routine up and then you find that new club and you explain that you're a beginner, or if you want to recruit a buddy, a friend, and again try and run at roughly about the same pace, encourage each other, but also you've got that accountability. A running club, you will start out as, you will have to meet at a certain time, and again you make sure that you've got that in your diary. So again, it gives you that sense of accountability of like, I've got to be there to meet them. I don't want to let them down. Again, same with a friend. If you've got to meet a friend, you don't want to let your friend down. So it gives you that sense of shared experience and accountability, which is really crucial for creating that healthy routine. It just becomes a little bit more natural, because naturally ingrained into your brain, your body. If you've got that sense of accountability, it's less of a challenge mentally. If you're just going out and doing it all by yourself all the time, just running by yourself, it's much harder to get motivated to do that. So if you can, join a running group, and that will give you that motivation, that support, and it'll make the experience a little bit more enjoyable. If the experience is a little bit more enjoyable, then you are more likely to continue to do something. So try and find a running club or a running friend, buddy, to recruit. And then number 8 would be to set realistic goals. So from the outset, set a goal of, again, it may be that you want to just be able to run for 20 minutes without stopping, or maybe you have a 5k that you would like to, again, if you're doing the couch to 5k, maybe it's the 5k distance that you would love to be able to run without stopping. Maybe there's a 5k event, or maybe there's even a 10k event that's just about 6 months further down the line. But set a realistic goal for you as a beginner, and say, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the period of time that I'm going to do it. And realistically, if you're going from a beginner to say a half marathon within 3 months, that's going to be a huge challenge. So make sure it is realistic for you. Do your research around what is a realistic goal for a beginner that's just starting out, and then make sure, again, it's manageable and it's a realistic goal. Once you achieve that realistic goal, then you can reevaluate and change it again. So if you get to the 5k distance, and again, maybe you want to progress onto a 10k, or maybe you want to get your 5k time quicker, just constantly set realistic goals that is going to help keep you motivated and looking forwards, and it then gives you a purpose and a reason of why each run is important and why you want to keep going out. Monday I'm struggling with this run, I don't really want to do it. And then you remember your motivation, you remember your reason. Actually, I want to be able to run 5k. Now this run is going to help as part of my training to get to that full 5k distance that I'm ready to run. So that's how it all fits in with those realistic goals. So set those from the outset and then work towards them. And then really the last one, number 9, would be to enjoy the journey. And it's something that is probably said a lot. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, not the goals, because the goals is once you get there, then you're like, what do I do next? And there's been many stories about Olympians that have you know, worked all their life to get to the gold medal. They get to the gold medal, they achieve the gold medal, the thing that they've wanted all their life, and then it's kind of like, and then they look back and they're like, what do I do next? And some of them have even, they've gone into bouts of depression because they've not known where to go next. So it's really important that you enjoy the process of getting better. Each run is a process. Each run is part of that long-term journey. Just be in the journey as much as possible. Be in the present moment. Enjoy those little milestones. Again, maybe you improve from running 2-minute intervals, so suddenly you're running 3-minute intervals. So celebrate that. I'm running 3-minute intervals now. I'm really proud of myself. Give yourself a little pat on the back. All those little milestones, all those little wins, celebrate them and enjoy them along the way. That is all part, again, of the journey. So it's all part of being a runner and enjoying those. Maybe, again, if you have a Strava account and you see that you get a little personal record in your 5K time, or your segment that you're around your house, you've got this certain segment of road or trail or whatever it may be that you've just run it the quickest. Again, celebrate them. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Maybe like, woohoo, you know, speak to a friend, tell a friend, put it on Instagram or whatever. Just celebrate all of these little milestones and let running become part of your existence and part of your life and part of the journey of life, because it is a beautiful practice, and that is running. I see running as a practice because it is a very natural practice. I love running and I love getting better at running. I love feeling and trying to be in my body as I run and be present. Running for me is not just about exercise. It's like I say, it's a practice. It's something that I can work on. It's a skill that I can develop, and it's something that I love doing. It feels very natural, and I hope you can get to the stage where, again, you can enjoy or try and enjoy the process. Even those runs that are not great, enjoy them as part of the process. I learned from those runs a lot, that when you have those good days, it's like, I really love those good days. So if you follow all of these from the outset, this is going to set you up in a really good way to create that long, healthy, sustainable running journey that you are hopefully to achieve. So have a look at all of these things that I've just mentioned and try and put them into practice. And if this helps, please do give it a thumbs up, or let me know in the comments what you thought about this. Let me know what you struggle with, or what you thought, actually, this is really relevant to me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do, and click the notification bell. I post 3 videos a week, and share this with another, maybe your buddy, maybe your friend that you're going to recruit, that maybe they were a beginner too, and you want to give them this information that will help them. So maybe recruit them and help them, and share this video with them. If you're also interested, there's lots of exclusive video content. Have a look in the link in the description below. You can run better with the exclusive video content that I've got on my membership platform. There's lots of flexible runner program on there. There's an online running form course on there as well. There's an IT band and a runner's knee program to help you avoid these common injuries. So have a look in the link in the description below. Thank you, and I hope this video was useful, and I shall speak to you in the next video.